bago at tama. DWIZ News Catch Up. News Catch Up.
Pilipinas, narito na ang mga tamang balita sa oras na ito. Dapat palawigin pa ang pondo na ipinamimigay ng pamahalaan sa mga walang hanap buhay o trabaho sa bansa. Ito ang ipapanukala ni House Deputy Majority Leader at ACT-CIS Party List Representative Erwin Tulfo sa muling pagbukas ng sesyon ng Kongreso sa Hunyo. Ayon kay Congressman Tulfo, may ipinamimigay ang DSWD na 15,000 pesos na kapital sa bawat pamilya na mula sa mahirap na komunidad o ang Sustainable Livelihood Program o SLP, pero kailangan muna nilang sumailalim sa training sa pagnenegosyo. Kaya magsusulong anya sila ng panukalang batas na hindi lang dapat available sa mga mahihirap na komunidad ang SLP, kundi sa lahat ng qualified na walang hanap buhay. Samantala, ang paglagda naman ng 215 kongresista na nadagdagan pa ng 25 sa impeachment complaint ni Vice President Sara Duterte ay isa umanong nagpapalakas at malinaw na mandato mula sa taong bayan. Ayon kay Surigao del Norte 2nd District Rep Congressman Robert Ace Barbers, ito ay hindi lamang mayorya kundi isang supermajority o higit pa sa requirement ng konstitusyon na 1/3 ng mga miyembro ng Kamara upang maidirekta sa Senado ang reklamo at hindi na kailangan pang dumaan sa House Committee on Justice dahil ang mga miyembro ng Kamara ay inihalal upang ipahayag ang tinig ng kanilang mga constituents. Iginiit ni Barbers na ang napakalaking suportang ito para sa impeachment ay isang malinaw na pagsasalamin ng saloobin ng sambayanang Pilipino.
DWIZ News Catch Up. News Catch Up.
At yan ang mga tamang balita sa oras na ito. Mag-follow at subscribe sa lahat ng DWIZ News digital channels, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, X, DWIZ News App at DWIZ News website. Ako po si Kat Gonzales, nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
Oras-oras nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama. DWIZ News Catch Up. News Catch Up.
Ang balitang ito ay inihatid sa inyo ng
Fujidenzo Home and Commercial Appliances, where you get reliable, durable, and energy-saving products. Upgrade your usual appliances to Fujidenzo HD Inverter Appliances. Fujidenzo, quality above all. Upgrade your home, upgrade your business with Fujidenzo, quality above all.
Oras hatid sa inyo ng
Fujidenzo Home and Commercial Appliances, where you get reliable, durable, and energy-saving products. Upgrade your usual appliances to Fujidenzo HD Inverter Appliances. Fujidenzo, quality above all. Upgrade your home, upgrade your business with Fujidenzo, quality above all.
Oras sa buong Pilipinas, 11:04 ng magandang umaga.
That Time Check was brought to you by
Fujidenzo Home and Commercial Appliances, where you get reliable, durable, and energy-saving products. Upgrade your usual appliances to Fujidenzo HD Inverter Appliances. Fujidenzo, quality above all. Upgrade your home, upgrade your business with Fujidenzo, quality above all.
DWIZ.
Sa panahon ngayon, iba na ang sports. Marami ng bago, marami ng style. Dapat updated ka hanggang sa mga online sports game. Kaya dapat game na game kung pag-uusapan ang mga pampalakasang ito. Mapa on-air, on-site, and online. IZ Game Time. Buo na ang samahang magpapaliwanag, magbabalita at magsishare ng bago sa sports. Kinig ng live sa DWIZ. Watch it live sa Aliw 23 Free TV at sa lahat ng DWIZ online channels, Facebook, YouTube, kasama ang mga updates sa TikTok at DWIZ News App. Kasama sina Drew Nasino and Andaya at Ernest Hernandez. IZ Game Time. Game na game. Tara! Game na! IZ Game Time.
At nandito na po ang DWIZ Game Time. Ako po si Ernest Hernandez na ang inyong lingkod para sa araw na to. At ang programa natin ay mapapanood, mapapakinggan kami sa aming news website na DWIZ882am.com at i-download lang ang DWIZ app, DWIZ882 sa iOS at Android phone. Live rin po tayo sa DWIZ882 Facebook page and YouTube channel. Huwag kalimutan mag-like, subscribe, share, and comment. At tayo rin po ay mapaparod nationwide sa Digital Free TV, Aliw Channel 23 at DWIZ News TV. Meron din tayo sa Signal, Sulat TV, Satellite, TV Plus at GMA for the Box. Available din po kami sa digital TV devices at TV receivers at manyari scan lamang po ang inyong mga digital TV receivers at digital boxes upang mapanood ang Aliw Channel 23 at DWIZ News TV. Okay, so magsisimula na po tayo ng ating programa sa araw na to at uunahin po natin, dalawa pong ating guest ang nasa linya po natin. Pag-uusapan natin baseball, no? Ito, sobrang kasikatan ng baseball sa buong mundo ngayon dahil syempre sa recent World Series na maganda yung pinakita ng LA Dodgers at saka ng New York Yankees. At syempre, meron din tayong men's baseball team sa ating local, sa ating bansa. At para magbigay sa atin ng update, ano bang nangyayari sa men's baseball team natin? Kasama natin si Doc Vince Sagisi, ang head coach ng PH Men's Baseball Team. Magandang umaga, via Viber po. Kasama natin si Doc Vince Sagisi.
Thank you, Sir Ernest. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here on your show, especially to talk about the Philippines national baseball team. So I'm very excited, and ask your questions, please.
Okay, this is the time that, of course, we want to get updated first on the men's baseball team, and we want to thank you for taking time on a Sunday morning, sir. And
It's my pleasure.
I'm sure this is a day for the family, but we appreciate that you gave a little bit of your time on a Sunday morning. Pero for that, right now the men's baseball team coming from a long holiday. Of course, Philippines are very well known on spending a lot of time on Christmas with their families. How's the baseball team right now? Are they back in training?
Yes, we returned to training right around Monday, the 6th of January was our first day back from the holidays, and we're doing well. But, the Philippines love Christmas. It's a long, like you said, drawn-out process. So some of our players and coaches, including myself, seem to have enjoyed the holidays a little too much because some of us are looking a little too mataba.
Yeah,
So
I'm still shaking off the holiday hangovers.
But we have started our on the field training as well as the gym training, and my main message to all our coaches and players is that we have to get in the best shape of our lives because the task in front of us is quite daunting in the Asian Championship, because we will be competing against the big four baseball Asian countries, and that's of course Japan, Taiwan, Korea, and China. So and also the expectation of winning a gold medal in the SEA Games. So we have to be at our best shape, including myself and the coaches, for the task ahead in 2025.
Okay, as a baseball fan myself, I'm still coming off from that very intense Dodgers and Yankees World Series, and I'm sure you saw the greatest baseball game. What they say is the greatest baseball game with a Gabe Freeman finish. What can you say about? Yeah, I mean, looking at Otani, looking at those guys, they are Asians. We can compete. Filipinos can compete in baseball. Due respect to basketball and other sports, baseball is something that we can be really good at.
You are 100% correct, Sir Ernest. That was one of the main reasons why I moved here from the States, because I truly believe that the Philippines is the next great baseball Asian country. And what do I mean by that? Filipinos are great athletes, and their size fits better with baseball. No disrespect to basketball, but basketball, you have to have the necessary height, especially to compete against the world-class athletes like the NBA players. Baseball, as we can see with a lot of the Koreans, Japanese and the Koreans, and as well as Chinese Taipei, size is not so much an issue. It actually is helpful because, like I said, what I've experienced here in over a little over a year, our athletes are very, very good. And it bodes well being on the baseball field, their athleticism and their ability to make a quick adjustment in whatever they're being taught, and trained. So, yes, I believe the Philippines has the ability. The issues is, of course, everybody, the support, from the governing bodies, the equipment, and really the lack of facilities and fields is the one thing that's truly keeping us behind those other Asian countries. If we had the kind of baseball fields, facilities, equipment like those big four, there's no doubt in my mind that we would be up to par with all four of those giants.
And that's evident with the way you took over team, and you eventually got the BFA East Asia Cup title. What from your experience after being here a year? What is your experience, and what is the roadmap right now? And of course, it's different from looking from it from afar than being here right on the very Philippine stage. What is the roadmap so far in bringing baseball up to a par, maybe to volleyball and basketball?
Well, again, I think we have tried to change the culture of the Filipino player. A lot of no disrespect to the previous coaches, but they tended to play a bunt-oriented or a small ball approach, where they would try to bunt as much as possible to score runs. And as a former Major League scout, that's not my background. My background is allowing our hitters to be aggressive, letting them swing on any count, and really to drive the ball and hit some home runs. And so we changed. The biggest thing we've done in the last year is to really change the philosophy of our hitters to not be so conservative and bunt all the time, to aggressive, swing at whatever pitches you want. And I wasn't sure it was going to take or it was going to be proven. And sure enough, we scored 50 runs in 5 games to win the East Asia Cup. And I believe we had 4 home runs and about 15 extra bases, doubles and triples, which is, from what they told me, unheard of. And so that's, so I know the hitting portion works. So for the roadmap, we have, our players are good defensively, and I think now we could hit to be able to compete with the big four. We just lack the big power arms like Japan, Korea, Taipei, with pitchers that can throw 95 to 100 miles an hour, and that's the next goal or roadmap that we're trying to do. We are very, very competitive, which is good. And again, if we play just one game, like in the Asian Championship, we play each team really one time. And I'm a firm believer that the best team doesn't always win when it's a one-game situation. Now, if we had to play Japan, Korea, Taiwan, a 7-game series, their depth is going to show up, and they probably would beat us in a 7-game series. But if the stars align one day, and everything goes right for us and everything goes wrong for them, we might shock the world and beat one of those teams. And that's what I'm trying to instill in our players, that, hey, we respect all our teams, but we can't fear them. They put the uniform on the same way we do. So let's just go out and compete. We have nothing to lose. We're expected not to beat these big four. And that's how we could sneak in. The SEA Games, I think we're going to be favored. And I expect us to win the gold medal, and anything short of that, for me, would be a big disappointment. And I'm sure it would be for our players and coaches, as well as the Baseball Federation, PABA. We want and expect to win the gold. In the Asian Championship, how great would it be if we could beat one of those big four teams? And so the roadmap is, again, we're there training Monday, Wednesday, Friday, on the field at Rizal, and then we're doing physical gym training on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we got a lot of things planned. We get I've been told there's going to be more funding because of the SEA Games, so we're looking to train in the Philippines at Clark, as well as possibly outside of the Philippines, to prepare us for the Asian Championship and SEA Games. That's kind of what the roadmap is.
Okay. With that, I want to divert to something that I realized when he was here in Manila. Tim Tebow, he was born in Manila. I don't know if you know that.
Yes.
Any
Yes,
chance
sir.
that we may try to get him here and maybe encourage the players or have him a visit? Any chance on that, or are you eyeing something that maybe we can bring from the major leagues, a system there that we can probably implement here in Manila?
I would love to. I was part of the coaching staff for the WBSC tournament before the COVID, and Tim Tebow was going to play for Team Philippines. Now, the issue, or not necessarily the issue, but where we get into problems is the WBSC, which is the World Baseball Classic, has a completely different set of rules for who can play for Team Philippines and who can't. The WBSC just requires that you have Filipino heritage, ancestry, whereas the tournaments that we do here in Asia, like the BFA, East Asia Cup, the Asian Championship, and the SEA Games, the problem becomes the Filipino American players must have dual citizenship, or they must have at least the Filipino, valid Filipinas pasaporte. So that's where the issue becomes, is a lot of the players, like the pro guys. I'd love to have Anthony Volpe and some of these other guys, Darren Baker, who have Filipino ancestry. Would love to have them play for the Team Philippines or come to the Philippines, but they're not going to be eligible to play in the Asian Championship or SEA Games unless they have the valid Filipinas pasaporte. And unfortunately, the majority of them do not. And they're very interested. If we ever get back to the WBC, they've expressed an interest to playing in that tournament, because again, they just have to prove that they have Filipino ancestry. So yeah, we're trying to, hey, I'm trying to use my connections in trying to bring whoever I can here to the Philippines, and maybe do a clinic or what have you. Unfortunately, spring training is coming up in February for the players in the States, and their clubs won't release them to go anywhere else. We would have to do it in the off season for them, which is November, December, January. And right now, it's unfortunately they're about to go back to and start training for the major league season.
Okay, and what are the tournaments that we are targeting this year? That you said that you're planning to have some tournaments, participate in tournaments first, or trainings. What's the map again for this heading to the SEA Games, which is, I think, the big one for us?
Yeah. Okay. So we have two major tournaments. By virtue of winning the East Asia Cup, we have been invited to the Asian Championship, which I believe is going to be in Pintan, China, at the end of September, early October. That includes, like I said, the big four of Asian baseball. That is Japan, Korea, Chinese Taipei, and China. And then obviously what here in the Philippines, they're really focused on is the SEA Games, which is going to be in December in Thailand. So those are the two big tournaments that we are scheduled to participate in. PABA, who is our NSA, the Philippine Amateur Baseball Association, we're trying to put together a series of games against another national team, the New Zealand national team, sometime in June, to help us prepare for the Asian Championship as well as the SEA Games. And, they're doing a lot of construction work in Rizal. So we may or may not be able to use that part of our training because the UAAP season 87 is going to be using it beginning in February and running to May. So there's a lot of activities going on in Rizal that may force us to go train at the World Sports, probably the best baseball, not probably, it is, the world-class sports facility in Pampanga at Clark International Sports Complex. So where we held the East Asia Cup, if we can continue to train there in those facilities, in that field, I think it'll prepare our players and then, maybe playing New Zealand. I know Hong Kong and Singapore has also expressed an interest in doing some games in preparation for, I think Hong Kong is also invited for the Asian Championship because they came in second in the East Asia Cup. And Singapore, I believe, is going to be part of the SEA Games. So they're looking to play some games, with us as tune-up games, and I welcome that. We also, I want to thank the UAP colleges, the managers, colleges, and players because they were instrumental in helping us prepare by playing tune-up games against them leading up to the East Asia Cup, and so they really helped us. Win. Also, we used the indoor training facility called the Bullpen when we had all those flooding. We made a deal with them. Sir Brian Potternack and Coach Alex Razon at the Bullpen. We made a deal with them to be kind of our indoor training facility because here in the Philippines, it rains a lot. And there are times where we didn't have access to Rizal because of the weather. And by having that indoor facility, it really continued and helped our play, especially on the hitting side, because that was what I was focused on in implementing our hitting philosophy, our new hitting philosophy. And we needed an indoor facility to be able to continue to do that despite the weather. So a lot of good things are happening. Obviously, we need to continue to get the support from our federation, PABA, PABA President Chito Loizaga, Secretary General Sir Pepe Munoz. We hope they continue to support us in our goals and achievement because right now we're the 25th world ranked. I think that's the highest ranking we've had here in the Philippines, and it's to the courtesy and the generosity of the PSC, Chairman Richard Bachman, and again, our federation, PABA, Chito Loizaga, the president, and Pepe Munoz. They allow us to participate in these events to earn points, which has allowed us to get as high as 25 in the world rankings. And our goal is to get in the top 20. I think it's achievable as long as we receive the support that I think baseball deserves. I think baseball will skyrocket in the next 5 to 10 years here in the Philippines.
And maybe soon we can have a professional league as well. That would be exciting.
That is the goal. Again, that is one of my goals. Sir Ernie, because of the fact that if you look at those top 4 Asian countries, Japan has a professional league, Korea,
Yes.
Chinese Taipei. They all have professional leagues. And I think that would be instrumental in us getting players to get signed by Major League Baseball organizations. Is we need to have some type of a professional league here
And
so that the
consistent
Major League teams
competition.
can come and watch our players. And then fall in love with them like I have fallen in love with them because, again, they are truly better suited and better geared for baseball, and they can have a long-term career playing the sport. As you can see with, Shohei Ohtani, the Dodgers are just, they're just financially so powerful. They just signed that probably the next great pitcher out of Japan, Rory Sasaki. And so, I envision us being someday, I hope, that our players will be the same and have that worldwide. I mean, we already have Filipino players playing. They're not the native Filipinos, but there are Filipino Americans, Filipino. That's in professional baseball, and so I know we can do it.
Okay, actually, the face of the MLB right now is Ohtani. So that says something that maybe we could be maybe we could break the local to an American sports league faster in the MLB than NBA.
I believe I agree with you 100%. I think, like I said, our players, we just need to have, maybe someday we have another facility like the one at Clark closer to Manila.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, obviously that's going to create the need for quite a bit of land, but maybe PSC has some laying around somewhere where we can truly build a multi-field facility that would go a long way into putting on a professional league. And then, once that happens, I think the groundswell is there now. Maybe in the past it hasn't, but I think there's a lot of groundswell support for baseball right now. And hopefully, we need the big businesses. We need we need President Marcos, anybody, senators, congressmen, everybody to put our collective arms around each other and fully support baseball. Maybe not to the extent of basketball, because this is a basketball country. Everybody, that's going to be hard to beat. But hey, if we could kind of tag along as the little brother, hey, why not? I think the potential is so great here for baseball in the Philippines, and if we continue to get that support, I think we're going to surprise a lot of the other top Asian countries.
Okay. I'm sure we have a lot of things to talk about, but we're running out of time. But that is a plea. That is a plea, though, that we want to get more attention to baseball. I love baseball. I love watching baseball. I love the MLB, and hopefully that maybe if we can give a big push, maybe just one signature of one plea of a senator can give Tim Tebow a passport.
Well, you know what? I mean, hey, I am open. I thank you from the bottom of my heart because I have the love and passion to promote the Philippine national baseball team, and any opportunity that I can come on, such as your radio show or any other shows, to talk about baseball, just to continue to get the groundswell moving through your support, through Gab Ferreras, who I'd like to personally thank for the invitation to come on your show. We need people like you in the media to say, hey, baseball is a great sport. We have the ability. We're built for it. And, how great would that be if we see a native Filipino player in the big leagues sooner than later?
Okay, thank you so much. And one last question, just a short one, before we give you the whole day. Okay, who's gonna win next season in an L, baby? MLB? Are the Dodgers repeating?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you're based on my professional experience dealing with Major League Baseball teams, the money is on the Dodgers. I mean, look at the pitching staff that they put together, with Blake Snell and now Sasaki. And now also you got to remember, Ohtani was hurt last year. He's going to be healthy in 2025. So, I would be very, very, very shocked if the LA Dodgers don't win back-to-back and maybe I could see them winning World Series championship for a very long time with this core group of players.
Okay, thank you very much.
So Sir Ernie, I think are you a Dodger fan? Let me ask you that. Are you a Dodger fan?
Not really. I'm more of
okay.
I'm a Detroit Tigers fan.
Hey, I love the Tigers myself. I picked the Tigers to win the thing, but we got shut out a little bit at the end there. We need more pitching, but I'm glad to hear that you're a baseball fan, and hopefully, if we get an opportunity to host another championship like the East Asia, I would love to have you throw out the first pitch in one of our games.
Hopefully, I'll get in touch with you very, very soon. But yeah, hey, Detroit Tigers, families from Michigan, so I have to root for the home team. Anyway, thank you so much, Doc, for the time, and again, all the best for Philippine baseball, and of course, the love of baseball in the future here in the Philippines. And with that, we'll take a short break.
Game na game. Tara! Game na! I see Game Time!
Hi, I'm Trixie Gumatay, 27 years old. In my life, I faced a lot of challenges. I am a working student since senior high until I finished my college. Napagtagumpayan ko lahat ng yun with the help of God. Malaking tulong din sa akin ang MX3 capsule kasama ang tamang pagkain at ehersisyo. MX3 inspires me to be excellent sa lahat ng mga ginagawa ko. Now, isa na akong Philippine Air Force enlisted personnel. I'm Trixie Gumatay sa MX3, dito ako believe.
Mahalagang paalala, ang MX3 capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamiting panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
MX3. Dito ako believe.
Maglaro sa Bingo Plus app para tuloy-tuloy ang saya. Kasi isang piso lang, makakalaro ka na sa Bingo Plus.
Malay mo, mapanulunan mo pa ang jackpot prize sa first online live streaming bingo sa Pinas. At panalo sa bingo,
Plus na saya!
Download Bingo Plus app now in Google Play and App Store for a chance to win up to 154 million pesos jackpot prize. Visit bingoplus.com to learn more. With Bingo Plus, bingo sa saya plus sa panalo. Gaming for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun. Game responsibly.
Direk, yaman mo na si ate. Kasi sa isang piso lang, makakalaro ka na sa Bingo Plus. Malay mo, mapanulunan mo pa ang jackpot prize sa first online live streaming bingo sa Pinas. At panalo sa bingo,
Plus na saya!
Download Bingo Plus app now in Google Play and App Store for a chance to win up to 154 million pesos jackpot prize. Visit bingoplus.com to learn more. With Bingo Plus, bingo sa saya plus sa panalo. Gaming for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun. Game responsibly.
Mga kababayan, kayo ba ay may nararamdamang sakit sa inyong katawan? Huwag itong pabayaang lumala. Magparehistro na sa PhilHealth Konsultasyong Sulit at Tama o konsulta sa pinakamalapit na local health insurance office o sa pamamagitan ng PhilHealth Member Portal na matatagpuan sa www.philhealth.gov.ph. Sagot dito ang check-up, health screening, laboratory at mga gamot batay sa kondisyon ng pasyente. Para sa iba pang detalye, mag-post ng tanong sa official Facebook page ng PhilHealth. Para maiwasang lumala ang sakit, magpakonsulta ka na.
Papalakas ng papalakas, palinaw ng palinaw, mga balita at impormasyong naiintindihan dahil malinaw mong nalaman. Tutok lang sa DWIZ mula umaga hanggang gabi. Updated on air and online. DWIZ, nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama. Latest, pinakabago at tama. DWIZ News Catch Up. News Catch Up.
Pilipinas, narito na ang tamang balita sa oras na ito. Nananatiling pangunahing suliranin sa bansa ang access sa maayos na healthcare, lalo na para sa mahihirap na pamilya na hindi kayang tustusan ang gastusin sa paggagamot. Kaya patuloy na isinusulong ni Senador Bongo ang pagpapalakas sa healthcare system sa bansa sa pamamagitan ng pagtitiyak sa bawat Pilipino ay makakatanggap ng kinakailangang atensyong medikal. Sigo ang nagsulong ng pagpapatayo ng malasakit centers, pagpopondo sa mahigit 700 super health centers sa bansa, habang malaki din ang papel ng Senador para maipasa ang Regional Specialty Centers Act at patuloy ding isinusulong nito ang Senate Bill No. 195, Virology Institute of the Philippines o VIP, Magna Carta for Barangay Health Workers at iba pang bills. Samantala, mahigit 500 partners at volunteers mula sa iba't ibang tingog center sa buong bansa ang nagtipon sa Tingog Summit 2025 sa Leyte Academic Center sa Campetic, Palo, Leyte upang muling pagtibayin ang misyon ng grupo. Sa ikalawang yugto ng summit, kinilala ang kontribusyon ng mga kawani at voluntaryo at binigyan diin ang mga nagawa ng partido. Ayon kay Representative Jude Asidre, mula sa simpleng simula, ang Tingog Party List ay naging tagapaghatid ng mahalagang serbisyo at pinalawak ang saklaw nito sa mga komunidad sa buong bansa tulad ng pagpapalawak ng Tingog Centers na ngayon umabot na sa higit 200 ang bilang.
DWIZ News Catch Up. News Catch Up.
At iyan ang tamang balita sa oras na ito. Mag-follow at subscribe sa lahat ng DWIZ News digital channels, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, X, DWIZ News App at DWIZ News website. Ako po si Kat Gonzales, nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
Oras-oras nagbabalita ng tama, naglilingkod ng tama.
DWIZ News Catch Up. News Catch Up.
Ang balitang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng KFC. There's good, but KFC is finger-licking good. Ang balitang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Arena Plus.
Sa Arena Plus, astig sa sports.
Download Arena Plus app now in App Store. You can watch it also on arenaplus.ph. Sa Arena Plus, astig sa sports. Gaming is for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun, game responsibly.
Ang balitang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Bingo Plus. Download Bingo Plus app now in Google Play and App Store for a chance to win up to 154 million pesos of jackpot prize. Visit bingoplus.com to learn more. With Bingo Plus, bingo sa saya, plus sa panalo.
Oras hatid sa inyo ng
Technogas Technique Kitchen Appliances. Technogas Technique is available in appliance stores nationwide. Furnish your kitchen with Technogas Technique appliances. Technogas Technique, your cooking partner. That's the Technogas Technique.
Oras sa buong Pilipinas, 11:38 ng magandang umaga.
That time check was brought to you by
Technogas Technique Kitchen Appliances. Technogas Technique is available in appliance stores nationwide. Furnish your kitchen with Technogas Technique appliances. Technogas Technique, your cooking partner. That's the Technogas Technique.
Oras hatid sa inyo ng PhilHealth para sa bawat Filipino. Oras hatid sa inyo ng Arena Plus.
Sa Arena Plus, astig sa sports.
Download Arena Plus app now in App Store. You can watch it also on arenaplus.ph. Sa Arena Plus, astig sa sports. Gaming is for 21 years old and above only. Keep it fun, game responsibly. That time check was brought to you by KFC. There's good, but KFC is finger-licking good.
That time check was brought to you by Bingo Plus. Download Bingo Plus app now in Google Play and App Store for a chance to win up to 154 million pesos of jackpot prize. Visit bingoplus.com to learn more. With Bingo Plus, bingo sa saya, plus sa panalo.
That time check was brought to you by MX3.
MX3. Dito ako bilib.
DWIZ.
Kasama sina Drew Nasino, Ed Andaya at Ernest Leo Hernandez. IZ Game Time!
At nagbabalik po ang IZ Game Time. Kanina po, pinag-uusapan natin ang latest sa baseball ng Pilipinas kasama ang head coach ng national baseball team natin. At with our second half at ang ating pag-uusapan naman ay ang sports conditioning. Then at para sa mga galing sa mga sa mahabang pahinga rin, at ako medyo January 19 na pero parang ramdam ko pa rin yung Pasko. Meron po tayong kinuwang guest ngayon at pag-usapan natin ang mga latest developments sa Philippine sports conditioning at syempre nag-i-improve din ang mga strength and conditioning techniques. Ang makakasama po natin ngayong umaga, nasa ating Zoom si Mr. J. Lopez. Sir, magandang umaga po sa inyo.
Bago po, naririnig niyo po ako? I hope naririnig niyo ako.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, good morning.
Okay, so Sir J, ito no, ganito kasi syempre we are ang Filipinos are very well known to celebrate Christmas too much.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's our pride and our sin.
Even the athletes, no? Even the athletes. So whenever athletes come back from yun nga, yung talagang from that Christmas break, most of them, no, may mga lechon pa sa katawan. No, at what I realized then, kasi syempre I'm also an athlete before, hindi mo pwedeng biglain kagad ang training mo once you come in from a very long break and injuries might occur. What is the first thing that yung first thing na yung mga ganyang long break, what are the steps in getting back to that athlete form again?
Well, it varies from athlete to athlete, Like, for example, again, the nature of the sport of different athletes will have different effects on people. So, for example, let's say we take a weightlifter versus somebody who plays basketball. The demands are also different on the body. And if, for example, it's been a long layoff, the first thing you will ask, obviously, is, how are you feeling? And then they usually tell you, I tried getting back into training, but it feels off. What could be the problem? And then you check. So, conservatively, depending on the length of the layoff, so usually, I think with some of the athletes, they're given 2 weeks off, for example. When you go back into strength and conditioning and into training, you want to start with the bare minimum, but with all the elements pa rin there. Because as an athlete, you have to have elements of explosiveness, explosive strength, power, and then you have to have something to do with muscle building or hypertrophy, and then you have to have something to do with work capacity, metabolic endurance, and all that. You need to have all that. So you check where they are, and then you start slowly from there. It can happen. You get back into it eventually.
Okay, so talagang kailangan, no? Ayun nga, parang depende talaga sa more gifted, no? Iba-iba, no? Iba-iba yung mga athletes din, iba-iba yung mga katawan. But
actually, to interrupt me sa no? It has nothing to do with being gifted, It's always, for me, whatever your age, whatever your athletic ability, whether or not you're genetically gifted, it always boils down to, are you following the right plan for you? Because no two people are the same. So if you follow the right plan, then the genetically gifted part shouldn't even be, considered. If you're doing it for for yourself, in the right way that's suited for you as the athlete.
Okay. Ito sir, ito naman yung isang with looking at the NBA, NFL, there are athletes that are going beyond their years right now, playing years. And marami nagre-credit dahil nag-improve daw yung training ng mga tao ng mga athletes ngayon. How much of that are we bringing in Manila, and what can we do? No, kasi syempre we have to like bring this to our athletes as well. And of course, it starts from those prime leagues, prime athletes, and then we bring it here. What are the things that we need to bring here so we can give our athletes the prime conditioning?
Okay. To be honest, okay. So I've been in practice for 25 years, and I've been on both ends of the spectrum, whether it comes to rehabilitation or strength and conditioning. Because I am an occupational therapist, I am an allied mental professional. I'm also a strength coach. So I'm on both sides of the spectrum every time. When I handle teams and all, I do both jobs, rehab and strength and conditioning. Now, the problem kasi in the Philippines, and if I'll be honest about it, having interned in the sports scene here, in the government sports scene in PSC, is that we do not allocate our funds properly.
Okay.
And if you're going to tell me what we need primarily, we are capable. But the problem is we're not educated enough. I personally took my education abroad. I mean, my education was in other foreign credentialing companies and institutions that are more advanced. I'm not saying that what is taught here is bad, but you need more. And it's not just the education. It's, good coaches are made by being put in a good apprenticeship program. So let's say if I were in charge of the PSC for certain sports, if I have up and coming coaches, I would make sure, one, that they get good credentialing, so they have basic knowledge, and second, I would send them abroad to apprentice under coaches who are more experienced. That way, you can learn how to fully apply the theoretical knowledge you gain from these credentialing institutions.
Okay.
Ganun lang kasimple. It's as simple as that.
So we have to produce more international caliber trainers as well.
Yes, we are capable. Filipinos have proven that. If you go abroad, there are a lot of therapists who are now also acting as strength and conditioning coaches. They were educated here, but they chose to educate themselves even more. And at the end of the day, that's it. It's a continuous learning process. And dito, the problem here in the Philippines is, if you're especially from the old school, well, my coach taught me that, so I'll do this. And anything outside of that is wrong. Cannot be that way. It cannot be that way. Our thinking has to evolve also.
Okay, Coach, ito naman, no, I'm an athlete myself before. No? I'm in my 40s, but of course, during my time, no, how much is mental versus the conditioning? How does it go hand in hand? No, kasi sometimes injuries come, or sometimes you feel something bad on your body, and it breaks your mental. And what is the percentage of balance on that one?
Well, see, here's the thing, and that's the problem when you don't educate yourself. Because in the old mindset, may I ask, sir, what sport you were in? What sport were you?
Basketball. Basketball.
Okay, basketball. Okay.
That's why my ankles are different shapes right now. My ankles.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Because in the old days, because I'm 50 myself. Okay, so I understand where you're coming from. We come from the same era, no? So the thing is, in the old days, when you're injured, that meant game over. So mentally, you're like, oh no, I'm injured, I'm done. I can't do anything anymore. When in truth, there are ways to adapt so that you can continue training and you can continue playing if you follow certain parameters. Now, you're asking me where the mental and the strength and conditioning go hand in hand. It all comes down to grit and discipline. If you're not feeling well, don't stop training altogether, or do you do something that will still get something in? You develop that consistency, you develop that discipline. Because the truth be told, if you're going to rely on how you feel, if you're going to be lazy about it, then you only drive yourself through motivation. You have to drive yourself to a certain level of discipline and grit, where I don't feel like doing it, but I have to do it. I won't be 100%, but at least I get something in. And honestly, no one is 100% every day. I've seen it in athletes of all levels, from the high school to the collegiate, to the Olympian level, to the professional level. I've seen all of it already. So, we're not 100% every day. But you show up. You show up, you do what you can do. There's a saying that getting it done is better than getting it perfect.
Okay.
Over time, that will build up. Diba? That's how it is.
Okay, Coach, actually, I have another question here, but I want to ask about, of course, coming 2025, ano ba yung mga advices, general advice nyo on conditioning and what to check out on their bodies this 2025. But before you answer that, Doc, Coach, kasi usap ko eh. No?
I'm also called Doc because it's also it's fine. It's a title or both.
We'll take a short break lang, no, Coach. And
Game na game. Tara! Game na! IZ Game Time!
There's good and there's finger licking good. There's good and there's finger licking good. It's a taste that you crave. Any place, every day. Nothing comes close, unmatched. Nothing comes close, unmatched. Ito lang ang inaasahan. Di nila mapapantayan. Nothing comes close, unmatched. Nothing comes close, unmatched.
Order KFC via the new KFC app today.
Because KFC's the flavor you just can't replace.
Ang Pasko ay panahon ng pagmamahalan, pagbibigayan at pagpapatawad. Isa puso at isa buhay po natin ang simpleng pagsilang ni Jesucristo sa isang Belen. Nawa po ay maging maligaya ang ating Kapaskuhan at masaganang bagong taon sa ating lahat. Ito po si Senator Lito Lapid, ang Supremo ng Senado. Salamat po.
Karambola nationwide na! Napapakinggan na sa iba't ibang bahagi ng bansa ang programang Siksik sa Matalino at Makabuluhang Talakayan. Kasama ang mga host ng programa na sina Conrad Banal, Jonathan De La Cruz. Karambola nationwide na!
DWIZ.
Kasama sina Drew Nasino, Ed Andaya at Ernest Leo Hernandez. IZ Game Time!
At nasa home stretch na tayo ng IZ Game Time. Kasama pa rin natin ngayon ang strength and conditioning coach and occupational therapist and rehabilitation medicine expert na si Mr. J. Lopez. With that hanging question, general advice tayo, Coach.
All right. What general advice would you like to hear specifically?
Basically, on taking care of your body in 2025.
Okay, I've been saying this for more than a decade already. It doesn't matter how you train, how you eat. If at the end of the day you do not fix your sleep hygiene, it all goes out the window. Sleep is the greatest equalizer. Sleep is the simplest concept, but it is the hardest discipline to follow.
Yeah.
Why? In my experience, over years, people are willing to pay for expensive coaching, the latest supplements, they are willing to do massages, spas, any restoration you can think of, but they are unwilling to, or they cannot nab the proper sleeping habits. And that is the great multiplier. You can do everything that you want. It's always a triad. Nutrition, training, and recovery. If one of those, if recovery, which is sleep and all of that included, if that fails, everything gets thrown out the window. There are people who don't get results. It's always the same. Sometimes it's not even about if you can afford services, you can afford supplements, you can afford good food or whatever. If you have all the financial capability to sustain that, but you refuse to trade quality sleep for your Netflix or your social media consumption, then you're never going to get anywhere. It's plain and simple as that.
True.
Okay, so that's the first one. My second tip is, I know we are now in an era, unlike our time, the younger generation now, and those older than us, and some of our peers are now realizing the importance of physical activity. So everyone is getting into some kind of sport. Sports that have been coming out recently: pickleball, jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
all the rest. And then you have all of these alumni leagues from all of these other schools, from the big universities. All of a sudden, the alumni association has all these old people wanting to play. That's all fine and dandy. Fun runs, multi-sport, biking, you name it. There's no problem if you want to get into that. But what I would say is, no matter what sport or activity you're getting into, always, and I say always, include strength and conditioning as part of your healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, that is where your injuries will come. That is where your wear and tear will happen. Strength and conditioning was created to counter the damaging effects of repetitive movements and stresses during sport. It's as plain and simple as that. Now, with regards to nutrition, let's not vilify food, because I am also a certified performance nutritionist. There are I wouldn't say that there are really evil food items. We're always taught it's bad to eat sugar, it's bad to eat fat, it's bad to eat too much protein.
Yeah.
We're always, people say different things, and then you have keto diet, low carb diet, intermittent fasting, and all of these, 1 meal a day diet. Look, it all boils down to the same thing. It's about balance, and it's about caloric intake. It doesn't matter what strategy you take. If you can reduce your caloric intake little by little, just a little below what probably need to perform well, then all is good. Then you can eat whatever you want. At the end of the day, you need starch, you need co-protein, you need good fat, you need fiber. Everyone wants to do something extreme. Well, it works some of the time. It will not work some of the time for other people. So you have to say to yourself, what can I sustain? There is no one size fits all.
Yes.
In anything, whether it's training, or diets or nutritional strategies, there is nothing like that. Nothing at all. So yeah, at the end of the day, you eat well. When I say eat well, you eat properly. You train hard in a way that your body can recover from it, and get enough rest and recovery. Remove the stress. Stress is a killer.
Yeah, totoo yan. Actually, yun nga yung ko ngayon, team ko this 2025, soft life. No? That's why I invested on a good bed. No? I've been getting my 8 hours.
Good for you. Good for
getting my 8 hours.
Good for you.
Kaya I'm a little, sabi nga nila, I'm glowing right now better. And with
well, yes, I can see from the camera that you look well. It's good to see. It looks well. Yeah, it's good to see.
Coach, where do they paano nila mako-contact kayo, and where do you practice, or this the time that we can plug things now?
You know what, at the moment, we all know, because of the pandemic, I used to run my practice in a couple of facilities. I was part of many, but now so far I'm doing my private practice now. I'm already, look, I have a Facebook account. This is how your people have contacted me. Just look for me. I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram. I have a very controversial Instagram account because of the name. So it's Coach Therapist J, but people read it differently because of the spelling. So yeah, you can message it to Coach Therapist J. You can look at me, J Lopez, through Facebook. I own my own practice, which is called RX Strength Philippines, Prescription Strength Philippines. So my services there range anywhere from rehabilitation, occupational therapy, strength and conditioning, personal training, and everything under the sun. There, that encompasses that. So,
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you so
that's-
much, Coach Jay, for taking time on a Sunday morning. No? Alam ko mahirap makakuha rin ng mga guests at this time. And thank you for giving time and for the education on conditioning as well. At may mga natutunan ako and I'm excited to go back to my bed later. But anyway, yun lang. No? Yun lang. Thank you so much. No? But with that, thank you so much. And again, that concludes our program for this day. And with that, ano pa, no? Sir Jay, magpapaalam lang ako kasi magto-12 na eh.
Sige. Thank you for having me. I hope I was able to help.
Okay,
I hope it was good.
At dyan po nagtatapos ang IZ Game.
Sa panahon ngayon, iba na ang sports. Marami ng bago, marami ng style. Dapat updated ka hanggang sa mga online sports game. Kaya dapat game na game kung pag-uusapan ang mga